Yeah, I put my dad in the street against a heavyweight.
I've gone back to the dad. I've punched him a few more
There's
times.
5 blokes outside my front door. Can you come and help
One
me?
hell of a fucking story, so stay tuned.
This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to say I'm joined by Michael Conlan today. Mick, it's been a while. How's things, mate?
It's been good, mate. Back in camp, back to work, so all's good.
I was gonna touch on that. You're obviously back to England this week, back in Surrey, the boxing booth gym. How does that feel getting back into camp? Are you ready and raring to go for December 10th?
Yeah, listen, I've been looking forward to getting back in. I had a nice long break off, and I got a lot done during that period, so I was looking forward to getting back into it and getting back to work. So now I'm here. It's good to have my first week over me. I have 10 more weeks to go before I fight, so plenty of time. Long camps as always. But I enjoy it. So it's okay.
I do want to touch on something as well. You've started the ice technique. Talk to me a bit about that, because you went away, didn't you, with the Iceman Hoff program?
Yeah, I've been. It's not like I've just started that. I've been doing that. I've even seen like the instructors and stuff who do the seminars here in the UK. But I wanted to go and experience what it would be to do it with the man himself, and it was an unbelievable experience. Something that I think will live with me for the rest of my life, and it was fantastic. It's very good.
I need to ask as well, have we got an opponent for December 10th yet, or is that something that's still being worked on?
Yeah, I think the opponent is done. Nothing confirmed publicly yet, but the opponent has been done for the last 2 weeks, I think.
Okay, so obviously that fight then will hopefully be one more fight to get you in the world title contention. Is that kind of the plan then?
Yeah, listen, I think I'm thereabouts now. Doesn't really matter what happens next. It's just get the win and keep moving forward. And I think St. Patrick's Day I could be fighting for a world title, but who knows? Boxing's a funny old game, and things chop and change very, very quickly. So we'll see. We'll just play it by ear and keep moving forward.
Obviously, you've got a teammate out this week in Harlem Eubank on the Benn Eubank undercard. How much are you looking forward to that?
I'm looking forward to a lot. Harlem's a great character, a great fighter, and I'm really just happy for him that he's got his opportunity to fight on a big card like this. Obviously with his name being attached to it, being a Eubank, it's probably a little bit extra special for him. And I hope he goes out and steals the show. I hope he goes out and gets a devastating knockout, because he's been doing so good over the last while, and he's been doing a lot of it in the shadows. But thanks to Wasserman, he's been on TV and on Channel 5, and people want to see him now. And I think the momentum is starting to pick up finally. But I've seen it for a while. I've been saying it for a good long time, and I've been telling people you need to get your eyes on Harlem Eubank, and I think now is the chance he should go and grab it with both hands.
The main event obviously is one that's being sought after in the UK. Everyone's talking about it. How do you think that goes for you?
It's quite simple for me, if I'm going to be honest. It's not really a thing, but I don't mean no disrespect to nobody when I mention this, because it's unbelievable and what a fight. The history of attached is class, but I think Eubank stops him. I think he's just too big, way too big, and I think he'll play about it at the start, and people get excited, and then I think he just takes him out late. Not even late. I say mid to late. Um, I think he's just too big, and I know that he doesn't struggle to make weight. So I don't think the weight, everybody keeps talking about the weight, but the weight this, but the weight that, it doesn't affect him. He doesn't struggle. Like 3 pounds or whatever it is, he has to get down from 160. It sounds like nothing, but it is a lot. I know that myself. Um, but he's never really been hurt. You've never seen him get dropped or anything. So I don't think a welterweight in Conor Benn could do that. I'd be pleasantly surprised if he did. I have no horse in the race or no dog in the race, whatever you say. Um, so I don't really care who wins, but I think Eubank just takes him out. I think he's too big, doesn't struggle to make weight. That's not going to be really a problem. I don't think everybody thinks it is, but I don't think it will be. Um, and I have no dog in the race, so I don't really care who wins. I'm just saying an honest opinion. And my opinion is Eubank takes him out. He's too big. He's never been hurt, and who's to say Conor Benn's going to hurt him out from welterweight up? You know what I mean?
Definitely. Obviously, it's an intriguing matchup. Do you think it's been mind games in the build up from Chris Eubank in terms of this whole eating and the weight kind of situation?
Well, I think obviously it's main games, but at the same time, he doesn't struggle to make weight, so he's playing on that, and everybody's talking about that. He's gonna do him because he has to come down that little extra bit of weight. It is hard to come down 3 pounds, when you have never really come down that far. But at the same time, he's never struggled to make weight. He doesn't do like big massive weight cuts like 90% of fighters. So it's not going to make a difference for him. If I'm going to be honest, so he obviously plays the game, and he's smart. He's a smart businessman. You know, he knows how to play the boxing game. A little bit like his father. Maybe not as good as his father, because his father was the best at it. But yeah, he knows what he's doing, and I think Conor Benn is bit for it. He's like, you can see his reaction. He's naturally kind of annoyed, but he's just like, oh, trying to play it off a little bit. And I think a little bit of realization is starting to kick in after watching the GMTV, whatever it is, the morning show interview. I think you could see in his face, reality is starting to land home. This is a serious fight for him. If he wins, I'm not saying he can't win, but if he wins, um, what an achievement. How big that will be for him, how big that will be for his career. If he loses, he's lost the middleweight. It's like it's a free fight for him with a lot of money. If you're going to be honest, now parade and stuff will come into it. That it will end it. Yes, 100%. But he can just say, really, I just lost the middleweight. I can't really blame him. It's a fucking free fight. It's free money. It's his biggest payday, probably his biggest payday ever. You'll get, is massive.
It's great to get your insight on that, obviously from a fighter's perspective, and I want to get your insight in something else. So this is something different that we're beginning to do at IFL, and we're going to bring it way back to your debut fight, Nick,
Yeah.
at Madison Square Garden, whenever you were walked out by Conor McGregor against Tim Ibarra on the 17th of March.
Yeah.
If it's okay with you, we're just going to play the clip, and I'm going to ask you a few questions during it, if that's fine. So I'm going to share my
Yeah,
screen
go
with
ahead.
you,
Aye.
so you can see it. Okay, perfect. So at this point, McGregor's walking you in.
At this point, he's coming into their fucking dressing room.
Talk to me
Look
about
how
that moment.
look how small this dressing room is. Yeah, it was fucking crazy. And look, everybody has their phones out. I'm fucking having a debut, trying to get focused for a fucking debut, and then you have the biggest star in combat sports at the time come into the arena or come into the room with a fucking entourage of about 20 people. I'm going, this is fucking crazy. Wow, what's going on? But at the same time, I'm thinking, I have a fight here. I've never fought as a professional fighter. What the fuck happens if I lose here? You know what I mean? I was going, Jesus Christ, look at this dressing room. I can't move. You can't swing a cat in there, even if there's two people. Never mind fucking loads. Someone.
Who's all actually there? Like, who is this McGregor's entourage, or is this more of your
So
team?
there's my coaching staff at team. Carm Reddy is there. Obviously, the New York State Athletic Commission is there. That's Marcus, Manny, Jamie. You got Seamus Macklin there. Matt Macklin was there. Mikey from Top Rank is there. You've got McGregor and all his entourage there. I'm at this point. Thinking to myself, what the fuck's going on? Like, and then trying to warm up. I wasn't even warm here. Look, there's not a bit of sweat in my face.
Is there a different type of pressure on that moment? Not just because it's McGregor, but because you've just turned over from an amateur into this moment and you're getting ready for probably the biggest fight of your career to date.
Yeah, massive, different, very different. Working with having a coach in my corner who I've only met a few months for the first time. There's so many different factors which was going on here. Like I honestly like Jonathan Grant, Elvis Grant there, um, McGregor. I could hear everything he's saying here, and he's slow, smooth as fast, and he's an unbelievable character. Like let's be honest, he was a great guy coming over and stuff, and walking me out. He brought that kind of, he's been there, kind of done it, atmosphere kind of thing. My dad or Jamie's face still marked up.
But see at that moment there, are you actually listening to what he's saying? Not being disrespectful to him, but it's your fight, it's your night. Do you really care what he's saying?
Um, he was giving some gooey hinters, like, oh, just don't worry about everything else and everything and all stuff like that there, he was saying. Um, focus on just being there yourself and all that. You be honest here, when you look at me, I actually don't like I give a shit what he's saying there. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
focus and get warm. I'm not warm at all. I'm not warm at all here. I'm actually fucking cool. So
Do you
like,
remember this moment vividly whenever you're watching it back now?
well, I'd say I do, but at the same time I don't. Because I've done that walk a good few times now, I feel like I do. But I remember walking out. I remember right before I'm absolutely shit myself. And as soon as the doors open and I hear the crowd, I'm like, fuck it, I'm home. I'm good. It's all right. And then I remember walking down, and it was a long walk. It's the first time that walk was actually done through the garden, in the theater where it is. Um, I created that fucking walk, through the crowd. But I remember going, get to the ring, and then just fucking get this done. I remember doing that there.
Everything else out of your mind at that point when you're standing on the edge of the ring?
I was like, it's unbelievable. I know. I was like, it was unbelievable. I was thinking this is unbelievable. And like one thing Matt Macklin was saying, like no one knew out there because obviously he's been there and done it. He was like, nah, focus in on the fucking fight. So was my brother Jamie. He was saying the exact same thing. Everything McGregor, I was just background noise at that point.
But with McGregor being there, it's an added kind of hype. So when you get into the ring and you're facing across from Tim Ibarra, is it just business as usual? Is everything still going on in your mind at
Nah,
that point?
that fight, my performance in that fight was absolutely horrendous. I'll be honest. I was just like, get it done. And like, if you watch how I fight in that fight, it was shit, man. I was like, you're going like all that fucking hype and stuff to Henry turn pro. You're probably going, oh, what's it about? Like,
But
I'm not really
is that
seeing
to
it.
be expected though? Because you're with a new
Um,
trainer, you've only just changed over, you've got this whole hype about
I
you, and
I
you're in
don't
Madison Square
think
Garden.
I don't think it is to be expected about the trainer and all that there. I think Manny was great and all, and it was fantastic. I think it was more of the fact of the magnitude of it and never having the kind of swim in that type of atmosphere. And in front of fucking that much people on my debut, like a 6 round main event at MSG. It's not done. Like people do, it won't be done for a long time. I don't think. Until you get someone fucking coming out saying fuck after the Olympics, you know what I mean? You might get it done then, and they have to be Irish at the same time, or else Puerto Rico. Mm, But yeah, it was crazy, and I think it's hard to put it down why, but I think maybe just the whole kind of hype of the whole thing and the pressure which was on me to win and perform, um, was something that I didn't expect. Um, not didn't expect in a sense, but that magnitude of it, I didn't expect it to be that kind of hard, or not hard. Just I've never dealt with that before, so it was like I just wanted to get the fight done rather than perform. Like if I had just run in there and used my skills, I could have probably took to my bar out clean, but I just fucking rushed my work, and you know so I suppose you
That
learn
comes
on
with
the job,
experience, doesn't it?
experience and all that there, and would I change it? I would love to change the performance, but the whole event and the whole kind of story behind it, nah, it was class.
Was special. And obviously, just before I let you go, Mick, appreciate your time today. Does that whet your appetite for another Madison Square Garden Mick Conlan masterclass at some point?
Oh, massively, massively. Look, I'm looking to get back there next year, St. Patrick's Day. That's the aim, that's the target, and you know, hopefully it can be done. So you know, that's what we want to do.
Well, Mick, thanks very much for your time today. Really appreciate it, mate. And we'll do this again very soon.
You want to come?
Yeah, I put my dad in the street against a heavyweight.
I've gone back to the dad. I've punched him a few more times.
5 blokes outside my front door. You coming in?
One hell of a fucking story, so stay tuned.